Hi, welcome to my channel. Now you have bought all equipment. You have the bakery set up already. What next? How are you going to manage this business to the point that it will start yielding profit? It will, you will not be running at loss. This is the topic we are going to discuss today. Bakery management tips. Now, these tips apply to almost every business that you own. So stick to the end of this video, but do me this favor. Click the like button before you continue. Click the like button. Having said that, let's go straight to the video. And now, number one, we have the raw materials and ingredients supply. Now you have set up everything. The equipments are ready, mixer, oven, pans, and everything ready. You need supplies. Now the secret is, if you just go to the roadside, those small retail stores to buy your flour, your margarine, your sugar, you may be running at loss because those people bought from the middleman that bought from the supplier. I don't know whether you get it. So they have increased and increased and increased the price. So going to buy from them is like buying for, to produce for nothing. And so you should look for a supplier direct. Go search in every state, in every city. There are major suppliers of flour, sugar, butter, and other basic ingredients that you need for your business. And so go for the major suppliers. Don't buy by the roadside. And those suppliers, they are ready to even sell 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags. And so go for the major suppliers. Don't buy anything by the roadside. The next tip is you should buy in bulk. Not that you buy full trailer load, you'll be deceived. And let's look at productions and demand forecasting. This is where so many are discouraged at the early stage. Now, remember that you don't have customers. You just start the business. And now, if you just start producing, even if just bake 1 bag the first day, you'll be frustrated because there'll be nobody is aware of your business. This is the first time you're bringing the product, so you should start with half bag, maybe 10 kg, and supply the neighborhood. Unless you already have demands, people have placed order, maybe through pre-advertising. You reach out to some stores. That way it may work. But if not that, then you should prepare for a little. Now, this is where production planning comes in and forecasting. Now, you can first of all visit shops and other outlets. Prepare demands, negotiate, let them place order. So you calculate the order, and then that will guide the production for that day as a beginner. Don't just produce because you have the equipment. My mixer is have 1 bag capacity, so I want to mix full bag, and then you pour in full. It will work. You produce, but where are you going to sell? You find out that you will use not less than 20,000 naira fuel trying to sell 1 bag of flour, just 1 bag that you produce, and that is not good. And so you have to plan production, forecast the sales. How are you going to sell? Where and where? Know who and who will place order, who and who are ready to receive this product from you. And then when you have that well calculated, you produce. Now, when you produce, that way it will also guide you on how you will be producing daily. So you plan your daily production based on order, based on demand, demand and supply. So based on demand, you make the supplies. Looking at factory personnel management, which is the 3rd point. Make sure that you do not overemploy. Also, you should make sure that every person, every staff that is in that factory is engaged. Make use of their presence whenever they come. Once you start the day's production, everyone should be involved. There should be no personnel that are there just sitting, or those that are just touching this and then roaming about, then go and sit down, and you are not making good use of them. At the end of the month or the week, you're going to pay them. So whoever you employ, make sure that you're making good use of those persons. They should be working. They should So don't just employ for 10, 20 persons. No, if you go to some factories or bakeries, you see some are just seated because they are actually doing nothing. That is overemployment. So make sure that you employ them. Apart from that, for you to achieve your goal, they must be with the right mindset. So psychologically, if they are not balanced, they will not deliver the job. You will see mistakes. They will see one error or the other because they are not psychologically balanced. And so one thing you should always ensure is to excite them, bring them to the right mood. But whatever that is disturbing their mind should be kept aside. This is time for business. You have to infuse in them that mindset. Now let's look at production management. This is where you set your goal. How many are we producing today? And you look at the order of the day, how many they place for customers orders of the day, and then you look at the production and you balance it up. You ensure that you meet up, not just meet up the quantity or the number of products that the customer ordered, but to maintain that quality in terms of, this still talks about quality control. Where you are producing, they must give you the right standard. And once it's not up to standard, I advise you to discard that one. Don't send it out. As a new factory, as a beginner, anytime you send the wrong product, that one will go a long way to destroy your product, further than people testifying of the goodness of that your product. So everything that is not standard, please avoid it. So you have to supervise them, organize the factory well, make sure you are monitoring every step. Let's take a quick look at number 5, which is support and strategic areas. There are areas you need to approach or penetrate strategically. What I mean by that is that there are areas that are dominated by other products. For you to penetrate, you need to sit down and plan, and also carry out a market survey, investigate what are they doing that makes them to dominate that area, and come up with a strategic idea that will break in. Now, support in terms of seminars and training for your staffs, your personnel. Some of them are novice. Some of them don't really have full knowledge on what you ask them to do. So if you organize seminars and training, invite experts to come and talk to them, motivate them, you will have a better result. And so for you to maintain good results, strategize and also, train. Now, finally, you have to learn how to diversify. This is one of the strategies. Diversify. What I mean is produce different sizes, different colors, different products. Yet it's a bakery. But I just uploaded a video on 50 bakery products. So you can choose any of those ones and produce the best. When you get the best state, best standard, best quality, I tell you, through diversification and you've done your research, you are going to increase, you're going to grow. So support and strategic areas is very important in business management. Let's look at continuous improvement. If you are doing research and you are carrying out market surveys and you are carrying out seminars, definitely your workers will improve. Now, not just improve, you should also improve in terms of quality, the product quality. So how do you get there? The way you started, you may start with novice, some of the workers. At a point, don't continue with those novices. Train them or bring in experts, irrespective of the field of business. Bring in experts, bring people that knows the job. Let them carry out the work. So you should continuously improve. One thing that is constant in life is change. And so while the things are changing, dynamics, everything is going on like an online, you can see AI and everything is going on in a different dimension. Those that are those that we are Nollywood actors and actresses, most of them are jobless now. Why? Because YouTube, TikTok, Facebook has made it in a way that anybody can be an actor. You don't need to apply for any job. You don't need to apply to any Nollywood. Just on your camera, create content. So most of them are jobless. Why? Improvement, changes. And so for you to remain, for you to be relevant in the business, you must improve. Keep improving. Let's look at the 7th one, factory economic control. This talks about finance, in and out. Now look at it. Finance reporting, record keeping. That means your factory, don't just run the business because it's your own. And there is no records. No, whatever that comes in terms of raw materials, it should be recorded. How many staffs recorded? Have a register, and then you have. I have created a video on 7 books that should be in your factory, in your bakery. Check that video and watch. Now, you keep records of every inflow and out, and then you receive reports. Your manager should give report. Your financial secretary, production manager, quality control, sit them down and receive report. Now, also, this will also give you a clear understanding and guide on income and expenditure. And that from there, you will now see if you are making profit. So the economic part of the business is very, very important. It's the heartbeat of the business. The income, how much have you inputted? How much have you, supported? How much have you invested? How much is coming out? What is the outcome? How much is coming as income in the business? How much are we spending? What is the balance? How much is my profit? You shouldn't joke with this aspect of the business. Take time. It could be every 2 weeks or every month end, you sit down to evaluate these records. It will help your business. Let's look at these two quickly. Engineering and maintenance. I said it in my previous video yesterday. Maintenance is very, very important. As you establish your bakery, ensure that you have a technician. Have a friend that is a technician. Look for a technician that will do the wiring, installation, and always come when necessary to check on your equipment. Whenever you observe a change in operation or sound, you should call a technician for maintenance. Where any of the equipment that need greasing, please do well to grease that equipment. Any of the equipment that need change of oil, please do well to change oil, because it will save you a lot of cost. If that equipment breaks down, it may lead to a temporary shutdown of the factory. So try your best to maintain. Now let's look at factory sanitation. If it is a bakery, you have to clean everything. Learn to always clean your equipment. Whether it's a bakery, food factory, any other type of factory, learn to clean your equipment. When necessary, you should wash every equipment when necessary, to make sure that the bakery or the factory is not contaminated. If you carry out cleanup or sanitation every 2 weeks or every month end, it will help keep the bakery clean and healthy. It's very important. It will also in turn affect positively your product, because when the bakery is contaminated, everything coming out of that place will be contaminated. So in order to avoid that contamination and frequent spoilage of your products, you should always carry out sanitation. That does not mean that every morning the bakery should not be cleaned, or the floor should not be mopped. No, that is the duty of the cleaner, and the cleaner, irrespective of the fact that you have a cleaner that is taking care of. I tell you the truth, every 2 weeks or every 1 month, there should be total sanitation. Every part of the bakery, the ceiling, everything in the bakery should be cleaned. That way you maintain a very good bakery. Finally, let's look at factory assurance. That is number 10, factory assurance. Now, let's look at it this way. Factory assurance in terms of savings. You have to set aside a certain amount, at least 5% of the total income or the total profit, 5% of it. If any of the equipment breaks down beyond repair, this should be able to continue the business, be able to replace that equipment. Apart from this assurance, you know that there is need to insure your business. So you must register with any of the insurance company that you trust. Now let's look at trademarking, which is very important. NAFDAC and CAC. Now before you have this NAFDAC, you must have this and this. And so you have to go for this and this and get this, so that your competitors will not kick you out. Don't just start production without NAFDAC. This is for Nigerians, for free operation. This is how you manage your business. This is how you run your business and grow step by step making good profit. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the like button. See you in our next video. Bye bye. God bless you.